Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to the Mama's Review. Today I wanted to talk about kind of what cups we use now with my son now that he's older and not so much like in a bottle or a sippy cup anymore. So let's get started. So my son is almost 19 months. He hasn't been taking a bottle for a really long time. He never really took a bottle actually to begin with. We did give him a bottle for a while there before he turned 1 for water and things like that, but then we transitioned into sippy cups, and I've talked about a few different sippy cups that I like or don't like, and I can have all that linked down below for you guys to check out. Now we primarily, if we are at home, just use a cup. He does really well with cups. He enjoys using a cup over like a bottle or a sippy cup. What I mean by a bottle is like a water bottle. He likes to be able to, I don't know, maybe feel like he's a big boy and he's able to use a cup just like mom and dad. So like I said, for the most part, he just uses a cup at home, but when we are on the go, that doesn't necessarily work. What we did for a while is we actually went out and we bought a 3-pack of those Contigo water bottles. My husband uses one, I use one, and then we had one left over for Jacob to use. He really liked using that because it was exactly like what we had. Like I kind of mentioned before, he likes to do exactly what we do and be exactly like us, and so that was fun for him to have that one. But it was not practical when we were out and about because it's way too big. It wasn't practical for him to take it off of the like table and take a drink. If we were out somewhere having supper at a restaurant or something like that, it doesn't really fit super nicely in his car seat cup holder. And so we wanted a smaller option, but very similar to what we have, so he felt like he was still using kind of like what we were using. So we looked at Costco and we tried to find the smaller version of the water bottles, the Contigo water bottles, and we could not find them. And so I was a little bit disheartened because I wanted to be able to get him something like that. And then my friend, actually her mom had seen them at Costco, and so she picked us up a couple. So it comes in a 2-pack, it's $20, and they look like this. So they look very similar to the water bottles that my husband and I use. Ours has a button here that pops the, straw up and open. But this one just has like a little flap. So you just pull on this little flap and it opens just like that perfectly. And then the other really nice feature to this is that it actually has a little like compartment to keep a few snacks. It doesn't hold a whole lot, which is kind of nice. It just is enough to kind of maybe entertain him for a little while. A few things that I'll say that I love about it, again, like I said, is the fact that it has that little snack container. I love that. I think that's so handy and nifty. Even if you don't use it a ton, it's just nice to have on there. Another really nice feature that I like about it is it does not leak. I've talked a few times about sippy cups that leak or don't leak, and as I've used them for a while, they tend to start leaking on me. This one does not leak. It will not leak, and I love that. I have had such a hard time finding one that doesn't leak, and this works just as well as any other sippy cup. I wish I would have had this right from the beginning because it's awesome. It doesn't leak at all. A few of my other ones have gotten water all over our car, so that's really nice. The other feature that I do like about it is it screws on really tight, so there's no way for him to really get the lid off himself. And then the way that it works is you can take off of the straw, and so it comes like that, and then the straw just goes in there. And then the straw actually screws apart in 2 different spots as well. So that's probably why it doesn't leak at all. It has to go through 2 sort of systems to get, to the end of the straw. And then they just twist back together. So I really like the straw. I really like the way that the straw goes in. I find it really easy to clean. Like I said, it's hard to get apart for their little hands, but it's easy for us. And so I definitely love this sippy cup. Of course, though, there are always cons with anything. And especially if I'm gonna get a little bit picky, there's a few things that I don't love about them. One of them is this little handle here. I like the handle. He does use the handle. He'll hook the handle onto stuff. But ours, or the adult version, comes with like a little handle that has like a snap that you can open and close the handle, so you could actually attach it to something. I wish this one had that because there's a lot of times where I would just clip it to my purse or to his backpack or something like that, and it would be really easy to just sort of carry around as opposed to trying to find like an actual place for it. Another thing that I will say is for my son, this is still a little hard yet for him to open on his own. And so I wish that the straw portion was a little bit easier to open. And then another thing that I will say is, if you can see this, and I'm going to pull it closer for you guys, As you open it, it sort of stops there, and then you have to push it down and you hear that little snap and it clicks into place. Well, most of the time I just open it for my son and hand it to him, and I forget to click it into place. And if it's not clicked into place, it does this weird, like, it's like almost the straw doesn't work fully. It only lets out kind of half of the water as he's drinking, and so he gets really frustrated, or no water. And so I have to always like snap it back down for him, and he doesn't really understand how to do that himself, and so that's kind of a flawed feature in my opinion, but that could be also why it doesn't leak. So I will take what I can get. Another thing is the snack container. So you actually cannot open the snack container unless you have the straw out of its little compartment there, which isn't a huge deal, but I find it would be nice if the straw would lay flat in there. That way you could eat his snacks and not have to be disrupted by the straw. So if it opened a different way or something, I don't know. Like I said, I'm just getting nitpicky with it. I really do love this sippy cup. If you have tried them, let me know in the comments down below if you like it, or if you find any sort of things that stress you out or bug you about it. I'd love to know your thoughts. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button to follow along, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!